So, as you guys know, the World Cup is fast approaching. I think it's a day left to the World Cup, um, to the commencement of the World Cup, and we are all expectant and excited because we know that the World Cup is a beautiful competition, the biggest footballing competition in the world, and not just football, but the biggest sports competition in the whole world. And it's a competition where new stars are born. Players that we probably never have heard of. Spring up. It's also a talent hub. It's a hub for new talents for clubs. It's also a competition where we get to see the best players in the world. Represent their countries and take things to a new stratosphere. So it's also a competition where a lot of footballers is their dream to represent their countries at the World Cup, because there's no bigger honor than representing your country in a major competition like the FIFA World Cup. Now, with that said, it is extremely shameful, and I'm just talking as a Nigerian. It is extremely shameful that another World Cup is about to commence, and there are 10 African countries in the World Cup, and Nigeria is not part of these countries coming from Africa. It is extremely shameful. It is extremely embarrassing, extremely disgraceful. And this is not a one time thing, this is back to back. Imagine a player like Victor Osimhen not playing in the World Cup, back to back, the biggest footballing competition. Me, I was saying something. If I was Victor Osimhen, I would have just retired. I would have retired. Once we did not qualify for this World Cup, I would have retired from the national team, because what is the point? What is the point? Back to back World Cups, this guy has missed. And it's not like this guy was rubbish in the preliminary games. This guy gave blood, sweat, tears. Blood, sweat, tears. Players like Ademola Lookman. Just look at that Nigerian forward having players like Alexi Wobi, Olaina, Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, players like this, Franco Yeka, and Nigeria is missing in the World Cup. In the World Cup. And we have the nerve to be shouting Giant of Africa up and down. And we are not going to see Nigeria play in the World Cup back to back. And it's not like the World Cup is every 1 year or every 2 years. This is every 4 years. So Victor Osimhen missed the last one. Now another 4 years is missed this one. Then the next World Cup is another 4 years. And who is to say that Nigeria will even qualify for that one? Who is to say? It is appalling and embarrassing watching the World Cup without Nigeria for 8 years now, back to back. Nigeria has been omitted from the World Cup. If Nigeria was a serious country, heads will roll for this. Heads will roll. The whole NFF will be sacked for this. Heads will roll. Pardon me. Heads will roll. The whole NFF will be sacked. The president of the Nigerian Football Federation does not deserve to maintain his job. It is like really, really like Nigeria missing back to back World Cups with the team we have. It's I don't know what to say. It's appalling, and I'm embarrassed as a Nigerian because I can't imagine watching other countries play, watching other countries, Ghana, Tunisia, Egypt, Congo, Algeria, Senegal, watching these teams represent their countries, and Nigeria is nowhere to be found. And we are there shouting giant of Africa when it comes to football. Giant of what Africa? Look at other countries, Morocco, all these countries. We'll be there, we'll be in the competition. 10 countries from Africa. 10. 10 countries from Africa. And Nigeria cannot make it on the list. It is embarrassing. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be embarrassed. They should be ashamed. They should be embarrassed because it is disgraceful. It is embarrassing that Nigeria is not going to partake in the World Cup. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I'm looking forward to the World Cup, but on a scale of 1 through 10, maybe like 6, because I'm going to be watching other countries. I'm going to want to cheer countries on like England and countries like that. But that shouldn't be. I shouldn't be cheering another country on. I should be cheering my own country on. That is what I should be cheering. It doesn't matter if you think that some African teams, maybe like Congo, Ghana, all this type of things, you think that they are going to be eliminated in the group stage or whatever. That is irrelevant. It is irrelevant. You don't know that. We just have to wait and see. You don't know. It is irrelevant whether you think Congo is going to make it to the knockout stages, or that is irrelevant. What is relevant is that Congolese fans, from the ones that live in Congo, the ones that probably live in America, they will all go and support their country. Those players can say that they are going to go and represent their country on the biggest stage in world football. And Nigerians cannot say the same. Nigerians cannot say the same. The World Cup is taking place in America. Do you know how many Nigerians are in America? Do you know how many Nigerians are in America? How many Nigerians would have come out to support the Super Eagles? And these players did not make it for the World Cup. It is shameful, man. It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing in my opinion. And heads are supposed to roll for this. But again, the NFF, the Nigeria Football Federation, they are on serious. Is a accumulation of useless, incompetent morons. That is what it is. It's a cesspool of frauds and idiots. So back to back, 4 years, 4 years, 8 years, 8 years. You can't get it right. Shameful, shameful. But yeah, that's really. I just wanted to come and just air my grievances, man, on how I feel for Nigeria not qualifying for the World Cup with all the chances we had. Shameful, embarrassing. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, man. Let me know what you think. Leave your opinions in the comment section below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. And until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.